has been freezed. Now it's
It is,
okay.
uh,
First of all,
ma'am, good afternoon.
hello, good afternoon. So we are meeting after a very long time. So please let me know how you are doing and especially your classes.
Yes, so yes, I'm doing well, and also my classes are going well. Yes, so everything is going well, but yeah, it's really very difficult sometimes. Just make comfortable with the time because it's really very difficult. Sometimes we just deviate from our topic. It's happened. So actually, uh, like handling your work is really very difficult, especially in village area, because no matter what we are doing, still,
Here
you
we
know,
don't get time to see. And in
yes,
order to work, in order to practice English language, we need private time, some free time. But here, throughout the day, we are just surrounded by our family members. So here, it's really very quite difficult to get some time to do practice and make videos, edit your videos, post your videos, as
yeah,
well as
they
handling your
think
family members.
they think this is your work. Don't like our family member. They don't care what you are doing. They just think that okay, this is your work. You are teaching. This is your work. You are making video for your channel. It is your work. But except
Yes.
your work, you have to do my work. Like suppose,
It's not their responsibility.
hmm, they don't care about your work. They just care about their work. They ask me to go and grace the fellow. They ask me to go to form and work.
Still,
Yeah,
you grade.
of course. Yes. While grazing a fellow, I'm just teaching my students. So that is why
Last time you told me that now your brother has started grazing buffaloes.
yeah, actually, my brother got job recently. He works as a driver, so he
So
got a
you also,
job.
so now you also got your duty.
Hmm. Like if you are going outside to do job, so family member they agree with you. They said okay, don't no problem, you can go and work. But if you are at home, so you have to do their work, farming work, and any home related work you have to do, no matter what you are doing. I i just say them every day that I'm teaching, but they don't care. They just said no, you have to do this type of work. You are the only one
Okay,
who,
so do you have
who
any topic for today or not? Or shall I suggest?
okay, you can suggest.
Okay, it's not a topic. Actually, it's an issue. Most of the learners who wants to become fluent in this language, they are facing only one problem. They are facing a problem of hesitation or less confident. Okay,
Hmm.
lack of confidence. So, what
Yes.
are your opinion about this thing? Means if anyone wants to get confidence, so how he or she will get? How did you work on your confidence? How did you remove your hesitation? And
Yes.
it would be very, very good content. It would be good content for the learners.
Yeah,
It would
this
be
is really,
helpful for them.
of course, this is really great question because I have been teaching for 4 months, and I can see, like, especially if I talk about my students, so they have knowledge, but just because of confidence, they just think, okay, it's a great question. Of course, I must say that because I have been teaching for 4 months, and I found one thing in student, in beginners, that they have knowledge, but they think that oh, I don't have a knowledge. I'm not able to speak English, and of course, having knowledge, they just say that I'm not able to speak English just because of confidence. And confidence comes, of course, confidence comes from other people. Confidence comes from your knowledge. Suppose when I started this language, of course, when I didn't have any person to talk, so I used to speak by myself. but I didn't have confidence to speak to anyone because I couldn't speak to anyone earlier. So when I started talking to people, and when I found, yeah, their English is not good. However, they are looking confident. They are speaking, though they
You
are
are
looking.
you are absolutely right. Actually, in my opinion, I would say confidence is different thing,
Hmm,
and meditation is the biggest hurdle in order to get confidence.
yes,
Okay. However, we have all the knowledge, but we don't speak. We don't use that opportunity to speak with anyone, and because of this, we don't have that confidence. And I think hesitation, it will be removed just when you will start speaking without until we start speaking with anyone. Okay,
hmm,
even if we don't want to speak with others, but at least we have to start. We have to
correct,
start using mirror technique, and we have to use our cell phones. We have to speak in front of means this cell phone, this camera, and only by speaking we can remove this hesitation. We will get confidence, because sometimes, however, means speakers, they have enough knowledge, but just because of hesitation, lack of confidence, they always suffer a lot. They don't get their dream job, they always suffer a lot. And especially, there's no doubt, if we don't get our dream job, we are not earning money, then of course the society is going to criticize you.
correct, correct. And I don't know why. Of course, earlier I used to think like this because there is a negative thing in our mind. Always we think negative. Oh, if I speak wrong, then what will people say? They, of course, they might laugh at me. So we should not, because we think like this. We have made environment thought like this in our mind that, oh, I'm not going to speak in front of it. This fear. This fear make us uncomfortable with this language. Otherwise, there is no problem with this language to anyone. And everyone has knowledge, to everyone can speak English, but they have fear because being alone, they just think that, oh, I'm not good speaker, though they have a lot of knowledge. But until you face stranger people, until you talk to them, how can you get to know that you are better than them or not? So
Yes, yes, I see, I
earlier,
see. And I
earlier
think, in my opinion, the second reason, it could be fear of making mistakes. Fear
hmm,
of making mistakes, because most of us, I used to have this fear. So therefore, I'm sharing this thing with you. Means earlier I had that fear. Means people, they are going to make fun of me. I'm going to make lots of mistakes, because I didn't have enough knowledge. Even sometimes I have seen this. Even the native speakers, they also make mistakes. The
correct,
main thing I have learned throughout this journey, whether you make mistakes or not, but you should always think about yourself that you are the perfect one. If you have
hmm,
this mindset in your mind, it means you know about yourself that I am the best, and only then you would be able to share your opinion freely without any type of stress. Otherwise,
correct.
we would be thinking in that particular situation, I'll be making mistakes. I'm going to make mistakes. I'm going to make mistakes. And then we would hesitate a lot.
Yes, you are right, because making mistake is like, of course, normal thing. We are not a native speaker here, and suppose just talk about our native language like Hindi. Of course, we make million mistake, but we don't know as a grammatical, but we don't know. We speak, I don't know whether I'm speaking wrong or right in Hindi, but of course I must say that we make mistake in Hindi as well. So making mistake is not a big deal. If you are able to describe yourself, if you are able to ask whatever you want to know from other people, this is language. People just say that, oh, you are making mistake. Actually people don't say, I know, but we think that, oh, I'm not going to speak because people
We
people like look at me.
think like that. This person is going to pay attention. Okay.
Hmm,
Actually, the reality is that no one is concerned about your mistakes, because everyone has so many things to think about. It's
correct.
only we, only us. who thinks like that he is going to make fun of me if I make mistake. Even sometimes people just ignore.
Yeah, you are right. Because if you are able to make them understand, so what is your they don't care about your grammar, you know. They don't care about your degree, they don't care about your grammar. If you are making them if you are able to make them understand and they can understand, so this is language, this is language, you know. Like earlier I worked hard on grammar, and learning grammar I couldn't speak English. Why? Because I had a fear in front of people, talking in front of people. So every person have knowledge of English, but they are not able to speak English just because of fear. And like this, of course, confident. And confident always comes from other people. Like earlier, when I started talking on video call, it was really very hard to crack for me to face video call. But I started and I made million mistake. I used to be shy person. I like I talked, I had a conversation for first time 10 minutes, 15 minutes, like that. So it was like long time for me. It's like, oh my god, when I will complete my 15 minutes.
Just
So
like
it
when
was
I was
very
5 years
difficult.
old, just like it's same like that when I was 5 years old, I had that fear of making chapatis, making
Yeah,
round chapatis. But now it's been a very long time. Now it's been around 20 years. So I have full confidence of making round chapati. I can make round chapati. But when the
correct.
first time I used to think only means I'm not, I will never ever be able to make round chapati. It was just fear. And
You
the
are right.
time when I started facing that thing means the time when I started cooking. Started making chapatis. Since the time, slowly, I learned how to make round chapatis. In the same way, this is a
Hmm.
simple example of learning or facing any kind of fear. If you have any kind of fear, just try to face. Okay,
Yeah,
until you face, you won't become, you won't be able to face that fear. You won't be able to become fluent in anything.
until you go through mistake, until you go through the process, you are not going to perfect in any field. So we have to go through mistakes, we have to go through each and every sector so that we can identify whether we are speaking wrong or right. Because I used to make this mistake, now I'm not making this mistake. So by making mistake you are going to be perfect, you know. It happened. And of course, when I started talking on video call, it was really very hard to crack for me, because I used to think that no, that person speaks very good English, I am not able to speak. But when I started talking and when I observing them, that no, their English is also like me. And of course, by this way I talked, trainer, teacher, then I got more confident that yes, if I can talk to any teacher, trainer, so of course I'm good. Why should I feel uncomfortable with anyone? Of course I can talk. So earlier, like, only practice can make you perfect, you know.
Yes, practice makes a man perfect.
Yeah.
I
So
read this quote so many times. Okay,
mm,
in the last part of this video, I would like you to give some suggestion to our learners, means how to remove hesitation. Would you like to give some suggestions?
yeah, hesitation can be removed by doing only, you just talk like to stranger. Because earlier when I started speaking, I used to speak by myself. But when it comes to speaking in front of anyone, I used to fumble, I used to get stuck. So just these days we have so many people to talk, like we have so many group here, and you have like so many application where you can talk on audio call and video call as well. So by doing this, of course every person has knowledge, but they don't speak. That is why they are not able to speak. They hesitate, they just get stuck. So by talking to people, you can make your perfect in English. This is the magic. Hmm. So
Absolutely right, absolutely right. And yeah, of course, whatever you have said, it's absolutely right. And I think immersing ourselves in that proper thing, just like I want to speak this language, then we have to just immerse ourselves
correct.
into learning, and we have to just expose so much English. We have to expose so much English, And along with that, we can do one thing. We have to speak. It doesn't
Hmm.
matter we speak with anyone or we speak with us ourselves or we speak in front of mirror. We can use any technique, but we at least we have to speak at least 10 minutes.
Yes, yes. Because we are learning how
It
to
would
speak. We have to
it
work
would
on
be a
speaking.
great thing for us means at least we start speaking for 15 minutes, then it would be become our part of our life. Slowly, gradually it will become part of our life, and soon we will see a different version of ourselves. Because everything happens just because of our determination. If we are really determined and dedicated towards our goal, then definitely we would achieve. Because
You will get
without
habit.
our
And
goal, we won't be able to get anything.
yes,
If you
yes.
if you are really very dedicated, you are too passionate to learn this language, then this thing will happen. Surely this thing will happen. Maybe it will take some time, but this will definitely happen in your life.
Yeah, yeah, of course. If you love, of course, it will become easy for you, you know. And it's really very easy. But people say that, oh, it's not a good, it's not a piece of cake. But actually, it is piece of cake for now, because now every person has social media, and I have learned all the English from social media. I haven't gone anywhere. I didn't hire any teacher nor institute. I just learn English here, and I talked too much. Because until you talk, how can your tongue works, how can your mind works? So by speaking you can become a speaker. Yes.